Hello, I already got us here. I hope you all are doing well today. May this message resonate with you, and may you always use true discernment within every message. May the divine guide you and bring you the truth, the wisdom, and the clarity that is needed for your life, for your journey, and for this moment. Thank you all so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your positive energy. And thank you for your listening. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm speaking to someone right now who is thriving. You're thriving right now. Despite the obstacles and challenges that you may be facing in this time, you are still thriving. I'm getting also that no matter the obstacle or challenge, you still choose to thrive. This is what builds you. This is what builds your character. This is how you get stronger. This is how you trust yourself more. This really, when you go through obstacles and challenges, it really get you to the next level. Right now, you could be deepening a connection. You could be deepening a connection with self, the connection with the divine, and detaching from a lot of things right now. You're learning to surrender. You've learned to surrender, and you're allowing yourself to grow and flow and to be in a flow with the divine. You may have been through a lot of losses. You haven't been through a lot of losses. And this could have been in the recent past, or this could have just been in the past few years. You have, been through a lot of loss. But you've learned to give it to the divine, or you're learning to give it to the divine and trust in the divine plan. These losses that you went through were all part of the divine plan. These losses that you went through couldn't be with you in this time and moment of who you are. These losses, whether it was a person, place, or a thing, it couldn't go with you. These things, this energy, it couldn't go with you on your path. There we go. In this time, you could be going through some obstacles and challenges right now, and you may be afraid to ask for help. I've spoken of this before wow. Okay, so I have here interconnection. It fell on deepening. Wow. When I said interconnection at the beginning, you're deepening the connection with yourself and the divine. The interconnection, I didn't even realize this when I asked for the layout. And then with the shuffling, I have here interconnection, and it fell on the deepening. And it says, I bring you the medicine of togetherness. You're coming together with self. You're coming together with the divine. Now I'm going to go back to this invite help. I spoke of this many times before when it comes to inviting the help. Now, in this time, you're not being guided to, you're being guided to invite help from the divine. And I speak of this first because this is how who needs to be brought into your life to help you is going to help you in the right way, with a good heart, with a good spirit, and not throw it in your face or not be manipulative or judgmental. So this message, this invite help card is speaking of, inviting the help from the divine, trusting in source, getting into that space of, however you talk to the divine, whether it's through prayer, meditation, whatever it is, speaking, just talking out loud, asking the divine for help in this time, and trusting, surrendering and trusting that the divine will help you in this time. But this message, this is a reminder right now to invite the help from the divine, and the divine will bring you the divine will bring you the people, the places and things that is needed for you in this time with a good heart. I'm actually guided to speak on this. Story that happened, and it goes back to the previous message where I was speaking of just continuing to be that good person. You may be a beautiful person inwardly and outwardly. You may have this heart, this kind heart, this beautiful heart, and you love giving. You love giving not just to yourself but to others as well. This is who you've always been. You've always been kind, authentic, and you may have grown weary of this because you may feel as though nothing is going to return to you for being this person. And it's not that you're being this person so that you can get rewards or get things. You're this person naturally, but you probably have just noticed in your life or in this phase in your life right now that, okay, where is these things that I have blessed people with? Where is this knowledge, or where is these things, or where is the people that I know that I've been throughout the years, or throughout my life? And you may be growing weary of this. And I spoke about in the message to continue to be that person, continue to know that who you are and how you naturally are, it isn't in vain, and that the divine is bringing forth the people that is going to come help you in the times that you're needing it the most. But you're being guided right now to trust in the divine plan, to invite the help. Because let me tell you something. There was a time where my lights was off. And I remember it like it was yesterday. My lights was off, and I was wondering how I was going to cut them back on. I was fat. I remember this day. I had to go do my taxes, and not only did I have to do my taxes, I chose to do my mom's taxes because I know you heard of me in the past speak of, I've been having to take care of a loved one, and also my daughter. And so I was trying to go do her taxes, that way that we can have some funds so I could cut back on the lights. Okay, so I go to the tax office. My lights are off at this time. I left my daughter with my mom, and I end up going to the tax office. I end up seeing this old co-worker there, and I said hey. She asked me how I was doing, and I just kept on moving. I ended up going to another to someone else that was in the building. All right, and so I get through my mom's taxes, but my mom isn't there. And the only reason why I had to do my mom's taxes in the first place, because just the state that she was in, she wasn't going to do it. And I knew I had to do something, to get us further, to, get the lights back on, to get funds, coming in. All right. So, we're getting to the end, and it's time to sign off. Now, my big mouth said something like, wow, I'm surprised that this worked, because the other lady said that I wouldn't be able to do my mother's taxes, that she would have to be here. Next thing you know, she's like, I guess that was a red flag for her, so she ended up calling someone. So it ended up not working out. She ended up, saying that she can't go on further, and it's not going to work out. All right, so I just remember just getting down, feeling down, because I'm like, okay, I finally can, get some income so that I can, cut the lights back on and have some money, the money that we need to, to do what we need to do. All right. So and I apologize if this is a long story. I know y'all know how I am when it comes to stories, but we're going to get it together. It's going to flow. After I speak it that one time, it's going to flow the next time. Okay. So, the other girl comes in. I don't know how now this is the part that I don't remember. I just do remember her. Oh yeah, she comes in and she was like, what's going on? This is the coworker that I used to work with. She was just like, what's going on? Because I guess the lady had went and talked to her about it. She was like, what's going on? And I told her my situation. I told her that my mom, she wasn't in her right, state, and I'm having to do this and stuff like that. She was like, that's why you disappeared, didn't it? And I didn't want to say, I was like, she was like, that's why you disappeared, didn't it? She was like, that's why you left the certain workplace that I used to work at. And I was like, yeah. She was like, I knew that's what it was. And she was like, she was basically just, running the story down. She was like, I could tell that there's something going on because you don't have that light around you that you used to have. And I'm not gonna lie, that kind of hurted me, but I needed to hear that. It did really hurt, because I'm like, I'm doing all this. This is when I was speaking of me just being in that masculine energy and, really just trying to, move, trying to heal and trying to take care of myself. Not only myself, take care of my daughter, not only take care of my daughter, but take care of my mother as well. And so when she said that, it really hurt. But I'm so grateful for her for speaking the truth. And all in all, I still stayed. I do want to mention this. Even though she told me that, I didn't let that shred me or deplete me. I still believe that I was of light. I still believe I had the light in me. I still didn't let what she said, because I don't believe she was saying it to be offensive. I really do believe she was just telling me that because she just knew my heart. She knew who I was, and she's always she sounded very understanding. And she was just like, could you get your mom here? Basically, moving forward, she said, could you get your mom here to sign? I'm like, she's not going to sign. I just know how she is. She's not going to sign this and this and that. And mind you, I was fasting this day, so I did look depleted. I was fasting this day. I had a lot on my mind. I had a lot going on, but I was fasting this day. But no one really knew that. All right, so she was like, if you could just, I said, I stay right up the street. So if I could just, I said I could try, but I know she's not going to do it. I just know she's not. So I was like, I'll be right back. And so I ended up going to the house. Trying to get my mom to sign. She wouldn't sign. First of all, she even got mad because I snuck and did it. She got mad because I even did it. And she was like, why would you do this? This is this and that. And so I ended up FaceTiming the girl because she was like saying, here's my number. All we need is consent. All she got to say is yes, that, I could sign and I could do this. And I was just letting her know she's not going to do it. But okay. So I ended up FaceTiming the girl and telling her that, it was a no. And I kind of started getting vulnerable. I started kind of getting teary-eyed because when she had to call me, my lights was off. She saw that my lights was off. She was like, why is it so dark? And I had to be honest. I had to be honest. And I was just like, my lights off, so you're not going to be able to see her anyway. And I had came back to the car. I was like, I'm going to speak to you in the car because I don't want her to know what I'm going to say or anything like that. And so I ended up coming back to the car, and my daughter ended up coming back to the car, and I ended up talking to her. She was like, come back. I know you up the street. Come back up here. All right. So I come back. I go back to the place or whatever. And she was basically just like, when I come back, she has $200 in her hand. Now, I don't know that's how much it is, but soon as I come back, she hands me, I'm trying to see if I'm off anywhere. Before I go into this. Basically, yeah, I went to the car. We talked some more. I was just telling her I knew she wasn't going to let me sign it. And I was just telling her I'm just trying to get myself together and, just stuff like that. Okay, come to the place and she, soon as I walked through the door, she, that pass, that mama pass, or no, the grandma pass, when, you're not supposed to be handing somebody something, but you do it in a slick way, because her boss was in the building as well. And so she handed it to me, she gave me the grandma pass. And so I said, no. She was like, yes. She was like, and I told her, thank you. She said, no, thank you. Thank you for being you. And so not only did she give me that money, the lady that did my taxes, she had handed me $100. And so altogether it was $300. And this is exactly how much my light bill was. It was $300. I mean, nothing less, nothing more. It was $300. Maybe some change, I'm not sure, but it was exactly this amount of money. And I'm trying not to cry. 1 second. Okay, I got it together. Okay. I'm trying not to cry when speaking of this, because when I say it was hard for me to accept it, it wasn't, I accepted it, but normally in that place, normally in that space, it would have been hard for me to accept it. I was a little lagging of, is that the word that I want to use? I kind of didn't want to accept it, but I accepted it. I knew that this was for me, basically what I'm saying. And then also, when I tell you that it was the exact amount that I needed, so when I speak to you and say that divine will bring you the person, place, or thing that is exactly what you need in this season of your life, in this phase of your life, I mean that. I only told that story so that it can uplift you, so that you could continue to believe, so that you could continue to be the person that you are. Because I never talked to this person outside of, the place that I used to work. And she just knew my character from the place that I work. Mind you, remember I told her thank you. I try not to cry in front of her, and I'm just like, thank you. She said, no, thank you for being you. So you just never know who's watching you. You never know who's there for you, who's going to be there for you. You never know who you inspire along the way. And because of that inspiration you've probably given them without knowing, or just because you're being the person that you are, that they're going to be a blessing to you. I never knew that was going to, and mind you, my daughter had came back with me this time. So my daughter, she saw that, but I don't think she was my daughter saw that. My daughter saw that, and I even explained to her what happened. And my daughter even just spoke of how she got to see that. She got to hear that. Most people may frown upon that, But there's a lot of events or a lot of experiences that I've had where my daughter has gotten to see, and where people have spoken to me in a very, beautiful way, or a very, very uplifting way, where she gets to witness that. And that's what I do it for. That's not the only reason, but I'm grateful for those moments, because she's able to have something to go back on. So going back to what I said, I know I'm doing a lot of rumbling now, but I just ask that whatever season you're in, know that you're thriving. I know that you're thriving. I know if you listen to this, if you listen to me, you're the type of person that no matter what is going on, you're still going to thrive. You know that, there's greater for you, and you don't let it. Yeah, there may be times that you may get weary, but you pick yourself back up. You continue to thrive through, the challenges. You continue to survive through the challenges. And that is what I apologize. I'm getting a little emotional and I'm trying to calm down. Okay. All right, yes. So I just wanted to give that message. Forgive me if it's everywhere. I ask that you continue to be you. Continue to be you in this season of not even in this season. I know I'm speaking of this season because this season may be just a little tough right now. It may be challenging in this time. But I ask that you continue to thrive. Continue to thrive in this season. Continue to know that you are divinely guided. Continue to have that faith, because the divine, this is all a part of the divine plan, and the divine is going to bring you the right people at the right moment for you in your life. So I asked in this time, invite help. And that's what I did. Right before I even went to that place, to the tax place, I invited help. But right before I even went there, that morning, I just was, in my own energy, having a discussion with the divine, and just offering all to the divine, just giving it to the divine, asking the divine to help me in this time. Help me get these lights back on. Help me in this time to get what I need in this time. And it happened. It didn't happen the way that I expected it to happen. Once again, I was fasting, so I was already depleting myself. I had already had worries going on. I had already had energy. I'm not sure if y'all can hear me because it's a car like right behind with the motor super loud, but hopefully you can still hear me. In this time, that day, I wouldn't expect that day was going to happen, because again, like the turbulence, the turbulence of it, and that's you're going through. That's what I'm just speaking of you. You may be going through a lot of turbulence right now, but you're still thriving. But going back to what I said, the turbulence of the day, of how I felt, I wasn't expecting that. I would have never expected that I would be blessed like that. I would have never expected, and I would have never expected my daughter will witness it as well. So I ask that you continue to keep going and know that it's all of the part of the divine plan. I wanna speak on what this card say with the invite help. It says, invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready, God, pursue me. And let everything flow. Trust in this and allow the divine to bring forth the people that is needed in your life, so everything can flow, so that you can be in that energy of calmness and peace, so that you can get what it is that you are, that is for you. You have been getting signs. You've been getting signs about this, and I have the right now card following behind it. You've been getting signs right now, and you're being guided right now to trust in your intuition, to trust in this time, and to know that all of this is a part of the divine plan, and everything that you have been asking for will be answered. And going back to what I said, you're being guided to do this right now, to stay in the present, to give it all to the divine, and to be present in this time. And to know that, and it says, stay in the present and don't get too far ahead of the flow. You'll soon trust that. Remember, I just spoke of that flow. Wow, I just spoke of that flow. The flow was after the invite help card. Then I have here signs and right now. It says, stay in the present and don't get too far ahead of the flow. You'll soon trust that nothing more will come than can be handled each moment. Wow. And the divine is wanting you to have an outrageous openness. With this outrageous openness card that's followed behind it, have an outrageous open mind right now about, just being in the flow and having an outrageous open mind. Remember, I told you I would have never expected it to come that way that it did. Knowing that the divine will bring whatever it is that you're needing in this time in whatever way, can use anyone or anything. And that's what this outrageous openness mind is speaking of, having this outrageous opening mind, having different perspectives, letting yourself, not be so resistant to how it will come. Really giving it to the divine and not worrying about how it will come. Just trusting that it will come. And I have here reframe. So you're being guided to know that it's happening for you, not to you. It's happening for you, not to you. It's building you. It's helping you right now. You're gaining an interconnection with the divine, with self. And because of this, of the kindness of what you've seen that is being given to you, this is going to help you, continue to open up your heart as well. But you're interconnecting with self. There's a potential that you have that you're going to be tapping into. It may feel as though it's a mystery to you. There's an ability that is being activated. There's a potential that you have. There's a lot of potential that you have that you're going to be stepping into your true power in, that you're going to thrive in. And this is what this journey, and this is why you're going through this right now, because it's building you forward. It could be a mystery. You could be afraid to step into this because you may see it as a mystery. But you're being guided right now to open yourself up to the unseen, because the direction will be revealed. You've been getting signs about whatever this ability is, about whatever this potential is. Yes, that's what it is. You've been getting signs about it. And you may be wondering how you will accomplish it. I have here sacred sexuality. Reconnect with the source of your divine sexuality. So you're being guided right now to reconnect. The sacral chakra may be significant for you. The sacral chakra may be significant for you. You're being guided right now to also listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition, because your intuition has been guiding you. It's a messenger for you, and you're being guided to follow it. You're going to be balancing the feminine energy and the masculine energy. This is what you're in the energy of. The number 31 could be significant. The number 4 can be significant. Also, the number 1 could be significant for you. You're gaining a lot of self-knowledge in this time. You're learning many depths of who you are on this journey. And this is where the truth resides for you. And because you are activating these abilities, because you're in this journey of learning self and gaining that truth in who you are, because you're activating abundance within, and that abundance is going to be attracting outwardly as well. It's going to be reflecting outwardly. You're also being guided in this time to ground in this time, and to let go and ground, and so that you can continue to have that balance. There's a niggling feeling that you have that is trying to tell you about something, and you're being guided to listen to your intuition about. Everything is coming together. I have here, it's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. I have here intuition 2 times. So everything is coming together for you. You're part of a energy that is very vibrant, very high. And this is where you are. This is what you are attracting. I have here, take a break, a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So this is speaking of resting, replenishing, also restoration. You're restoring in this time, and you're being guided to allow the restoration. There's somewhere that you need to establish better boundaries in, so that you can unbound your energy, so that you can release the souls and the contract in the past lives that you Okay, so the message had cut off at a certain time, so I'm just going to be very brief with the rest of this, of what I was speaking of. I was basically speaking of your energy and how important it is right now to create boundaries in this time. You're going through an energetic shift, and so you're releasing a lot of contracts, soul ties, and a lot of things that's from the past. That's what a lot of this obstacles and these challenges that you may be going through right now. And you're in this time of releasing it, and creating boundaries. There's something that may be going on that you have been getting a lot of signs about when it comes to your intuition, and you're being guided, inward, to see whatever it is that you're needing to create this boundary with, and that you're needing to, release from your energy, from your space. So I really hope that this message resonated. Sending you so much love and light. May you get it through the wind. Thank you.